Yo, what's up guys, it's the Goblin, and today I have a 20 and 2 search and destroy for you guys on the map Outpost. I'm going to be giving you guys some search and destroy tips and tricks, because I don't really play search and destroy that much, but I did play it quite a bit a couple days ago, or I think this game was from like a week ago. Played it quite a bit on my second account, Goblinator, which is where I'm playing on here, and I found some really good tips and got some beastly gameplays. This is a 20 and 2, and I think that's a pretty impressive scoreline for playing solo. To be able to get 20 kills in search and destroy, in my opinion, is pretty impressive. You know, anything over 10 kills is probably considered a good game for search and destroy, and if you get up into 15 and 20 kill range, those are considered, you know, excellent to outstanding, depending on how you played and how many deaths. So I'm going to give you guys some tips for search and destroy if you guys are search and destroy players, or if you guys are getting into the new game mode search and destroy. Not new, but you know, new for me, because I'm trying it out and trying out more game modes than just regular domination, regular kill confirmed, and ground war. So the first tip that I can give you guys is the class setup, and the class setup that I'm using here is the PP90 with the silencer and the extended mags. And why I can give you a tip on this is the reason that I like using a silencer is the same as I use it in kill confirm or in domination, excuse me. The reason you want to use a silencer is because you want to stay off the minimap. You want to stay stealthy, you know? When you're rushing the enemy spawn, you don't want the enemies to be able to know where you're at. You want to stay stealthy, keep the silencer on, and stay away from your teammates. And I'll get into that a bit later. But PP90, silencer, extended mags, great choice for this map, close range engagements. And yeah, so the perk setup that I'm using is actually very strategic too. It's sleight of hand, assassin, and dead silence. And the reason for this is sleight of hand. Obviously, you're not going to really run out of ammo if you're using scavenger. You're not going to really run out of ammo because it's search and destroy. I mean, you're only going to get, what, max 6 kills around if you get an ace. And so you don't really have a problem with that. So sleight of hand works fine, as well as you can, you know, pick up someone's weapon after you kill them easily. Assassin, just for lots of people, you know, not many people use UAVs in this. Actually, quite a few people do, but the main reason is for the motion sensor. Lots of people like to call in those motion sensors, and they hit you on those, and they will just camp them. They will camp the motion sensors, and they'll try and rush them, and they'll know exactly where you are. And you'll look at the kill cam, and you're like, what the fuck? You know, how does he know where I'm at? And it's because of that, they have motion sensors. So definitely run assassin for search and destroy. The next tip I can give you is dead silence, simply because lots of people do have headsets in this, especially if you're playing like the map pack search and destroy, or if you're playing against some decent players, they might have a headset, or they might be able to hear you. Because search and destroy, like free for all, even worse than free for all, it's a really quiet game mode. So if you have a headset, you can hear people without dead silence very easily. And even with the new patch, Sirep Pro, you're still able to hear dead silence. So I recommend running dead silence just to be safe. Make sure the enemies can't hear you, and that's about it for the class setup. And by the way, this gameplay, I do cut out, you know, the slow parts where I'm just running around, the slow parts where I die or where I don't get many kills very quickly, and you'll see the final scoreboard that my teammates weren't doing crap this game. I mean, I go 20 and 2, and I think my second best teammate gets like 1 or 2 kills. So some of my teammates were just like trolling the other team, like, look at that guy jumping in the corner. And this was actually a pretty fun game. You know, everyone was praising me in the lobby afterwards, saying how I was such a beast and stuff. It was actually pretty funny. These guys were some nice guys that I played with this game. So into the next tip, and the next tip is basically the kill streak setup. So what I run here is the UAV and the ballistic vest, and I'm just playing solo. And the reason for this is I don't find that there's any point in running anything else. You know, assault, maybe if you're on a streak you can get a couple kills with a predator missile, a UAV, an attack helicopter. But I find that just using support with the UAV and the ballistic vest is the best option, because once you get that UAV, you know, you can see those people who don't have assassin, and that's a good thing. The other thing about the ballistic vest is it's great in search and destroy, even when you're playing solo, you know, because I'm playing solo in this game, and I'm still able to help out my team, help out myself even with the ballistic vest. So what you do is you get the ballistic vest at the start of each round, and you'll see I get one right here too. But once you get it, you just throw it down, and the thing about the ballistic vest is you don't have to wait 10 seconds to throw them down after the start of each match. So you can throw them down right away. Whole team can grab the ballistic vest, and you're off to go. You're ready for the races, and you already have a head start over the enemy. So that's why I recommend running that kill streak setup. The other tips are for basically playing the game and maneuvering around the map. So you want to stay stealthy. You want to stay on the down low, whether it means, like, look at this, crawling around corners, whether it means that sort of stuff. You want to stay stealthy in this game mode. And that's what search and destroy is about. If you're using like an ACR red dot, once you shoot, everyone's going to be charging at you. And that can be good in a game mode like free for all, on a bigger map, in a game mode like kill confirmed or domination. But in search and destroy, you don't want everyone to be rushing you. You want to be able to plant the bomb strategically. Like, we're moving up here onto B domination. I'm pushing up. I see the teammate has the plant, and you just got to play depending on your teammates. You know, try and stick away from your teammates if you're on defense. Try and just rush the enemy spawn on defense, and when you're on offense, try and stick with your teammates. Try and rush their spawn and help your teammate get the plant off. And as you can see here, I get the final kill, and the final score is 20-2. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, could you give it a like rating? Let's try and push for over 800 likes again. That would be awesome. I appreciate all the time you guys take just liking my videos. I mean, it only takes half a second, and it does mean a lot to me, and I appreciate all the support. And I'll see you guys later. And as always, subscribe for a cookie. I'm out. Peace.